Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Good morning, and welcome back to another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. So happy and excited, ecstatic, and elated to have this wonderful opportunity to come to you today and lead you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. This is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural, normal, and necessary response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you reveal it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. And that's why we shout good morning, because morning is a good thing. And I'm so glad that you are here with us as we navigate through another Good Morning Grief devotion. Today, my brothers and sisters, it's day 213. You about to see what I mean. We're going to talk about I devote myself to my broken heart. I devote myself to my broken heart. Let's talk about it, y'all. My broken heart is the most tender, most precious thing in all the world. So I'm gentle with it. I'm kind to it. Are you gentle with your broken heart? It is indeed the most precious, the most tender thing in the world. And the question becomes, are you gentle with your broken heart? As you navigate through this process of grief, of loss, change, and transition, I know that your heart has been broken, shattered into 1,000 pieces, right? As you really process the loss, the change, and the transition that you're going through. The question becomes, in the midst of this season where you know your heart is broken, are you gentle to your broken heart? Yeah, this is the season for you to tend to you. So many of us tend to the needs of everybody else. Even when we're going through grief, we try to make sure everybody else is straight. How about making sure you straight? Instead of trying to tend to everybody else. And some of that is a defense mechanism. We ignore instead of explore. So we try to stay busy and we try to take care of everybody else because we don't want to explore what we're going through ourselves. This is the season for you to take care of you. This is the season for you to look out for you. This is the season for you to tend to you. And the question becomes, are you gentle with your broken heart, right? What do I mean by that? Let's go a little bit deeper. Are you gentle with your broken heart? I listen to its whispers. Are you listening to the whispers of your heart? What is your heart saying, right? What is your heart saying? Are you listening to the whispers? I act on its passions. I carry out its yearnings and I heed its wisdom. Are you navigating through those things as you go through this process called grief? Are you listening to its whispers? Are you acting on its passions? Are you heeding its wisdom, right? Are you gentle to your broken heart? Look, this is the season for you to tend to you, right? I'm patching my heart together to make it whole again. Your heart is broken. This is a season of repairing. Your season of grief and mourning is also a season of repairing. You are repairing your broken heart. You are repairing your broken heart. As you navigate through this process, you are repairing that which is broke. That's what grief and mourning is about. We picking up the pieces, right? And we repairing our broken heart. How do we do that? We do that by tending to our broken heart, by listening to his whispers, by acting on his passions, by carrying out his yearnings, heeding his wisdom. We patch up our heart together to make it whole again, y'all. And it takes some work. It takes some work. It takes some work. It takes some time. It takes some strategic intentionality to navigate through this process of picking up the pieces and being able to progress and move forward. Here's the final thought, y'all. With every new patch, my broken heart grows wiser. With every new patch, my broken heart grows wiser. And that's it. That's all we trying to do. We just trying to grow wiser. right? We just want a little bit of wisdom. We want to grow wiser as we deal with the loss, change, and transition that we've gone through. You know, we want to, what Marvin Sapp say, I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I'm better. We just want to get to that point. We want to get to the point to where we're stronger, we're wiser, we're better with every new patch that as we tend to our broken heart, as we tend to ourselves and what we've been through and dealt with, first and foremost, we want to make sure we're tending to it, right? And then not only are we tending to it, but that we're better because of it, right? I'm telling you, the most difficult season you can go through and deal with. Tend to yourself. Your assignment in this season is you. Don't ignore it, explore it. Your assignment in this season of grief, in this season of loss, change, and transition, your assignment is you. Start to focus on you so that you can be a better version of yourself. Today is day 213. Y'all see what I mean? I devote myself to my broken heart. I would ask if y'all have questions. Y'all ain't never got no questions, no way. Questions, comments, if y'all got them, I'll take them. Questions or comments, if y'all got them, I'll take them. I'm tending to my broken heart. 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 I appreciate y'all. I love y'all with the love of the Lord. I hope and pray my heart broken for a long time. God is going to mend it, Lord. He's going to mend it. He's going to mend it. He's going to mend it. You got to tend to it. You got to tend to it. Be tender and precious with yourself. You got to tend to it. Hey, Stacia, I have that bad tending to everyone but myself. I know, Stacia, you got to make yourself a priority. And part of that is because you want to ignore and not explore, right? You want to ignore and not explore. Some people don't like to touch their feelings. Some people don't like to touch their feelings. Some people don't like to cry. Some people don't like to feel that way. Some people don't want to do all of that. And the thing is, you go through that process because it makes you better. You go through that process because that's the process that we got to endure. So you can't ignore, you got to explore. For so many of us, that's a defense mechanism. Because if I put my focus on them, I don't have to focus on me. When you got to be good to yourself in this season, you need the focus to be on you. I got something for you, Stacia. Ooh, I got something for you. I got something for you. You need the focus to be on you, right? Because that's how you go through this thing. And so your assignment is you. You got to tend to you. This was for me today. Thank you. Thank you, Nikisha. Definitely wish me too. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm loved. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. These are all the things we feel and go through as we navigate through this process. I understand the assignment, Pastor. Yes. Man, praying for y'all. I know y'all hearts are heavy. Self care is not selfish. Most definitely. This is good to my soul. Emotions are uncomfortable for me. Yes, emotions can be uncomfortable, right? But um, healing, it's outside of our comfort zone. Everything that you want to grow and develop is on the other side of your comfort zone, and that's in anything. It's like you got to get uncomfortable. One of the best things you can do is get uncomfortable, right? It don't feel good, but it's gonna feel real good. You hear me? It don't feel good initially, but it's gonna feel real good eventually because one of the best things you can do is get uncomfortable, right? Everything that you want is outside of your comfort zone. So you got to go through that process. And I say it like this too. And y'all have heard me use this illustration many times before. It's the difference between a doctor that makes an incision and an inmate that makes a shank that's trying to shank you, right? Both of them are cuts. Both of them are cuts. What's the difference? An inmate that tries to shank you in prison, they trying to kill you. But a doctor that makes an incision, right? He or she is trying to heal you. right? Both of them are cuts, but one kills, the other one heals. So feeling your emotions, right? Right? It's not to kill you, it's to heal you, right? And so that's what's important. I went to the Janet Jackson concert and I can't believe I was crying at the concert. Oh yeah, there's grief will show up anywhere. Janet Jackson concert anywhere. Grief will show up anywhere. Everything you want is outside of your comfort zone. Yes. Yeah. And you gotta get uncomfortable. You gotta get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? Think about it. When people they want to go on the physical transformation, they want to lose 10 pounds. Guess what? You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I mean, it ain't comfortable lifting weights and running and all of this stuff. But once you get comfortable with being uncomfortable, that's what leads to the result. That's what leads to the change. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's what leads. The consistency of that is what leads to change. That's the same thing with grief and mourning. Grief is what you feel, mourning is what you feel. Reveal. The more comfortable you get with being uncomfortable, put yourself in safe places and safe spaces where you can feel and reveal, the more progress you'll start to see that you're making on your journey. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You do that, you start to see a change. You start to see a difference. I appreciate y'all. Great conversation today. We on our way. We gonna make it do what it do. I appreciate y'all. Look, today's day 213. We show up every single day at 8 a.m. I gotta run this back. Run it back one time for the one time. Run it back. Amen. You got it. I appreciate y'all. Remember, y'all, small steps lead to great distances. As long as y'all keep on moving forward, we are going to get there. I hope y'all have a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Let's go.